angry. Very angry and very disappointed with the Vigo County School Corporation.
Local parents share their concerns over an issue at a Vigo County school. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Last week we told you that the gymnasium at Sarah Scott Middle School in Terre Haute had to be closed off. That's due to bats that were found inside.
School officials tell News 10 they believe the bats had been contained to the gym. However, that was proven false. News 10's Lacey Clifton is live at Sarah Scott Middle School. She joins us now with details. It's tonight's top story. Lacey?
Well, many parents that I had spoken to today told me that there was no official call for an evacuation. They were only here picking up their kids because they felt that it was unsafe for them to be here. Now, I was told by parents that those manning the office they were pretty uninformed as well. They quote, they didn't realize that this was an issue until today.
There seems to be a trend with parents picking up their kids early from Sarah Scott Middle School.
I was not given no calls about this. I was not given no text messages about this, an email, nothing.
I have not been aware of the situation at all.
And it is rough when the school corporation is not really divulging a ton of information to you.
Many parents were taken by surprise today to discover Sarah Scott Middle School is still dealing with a bat infestation.
We don't know the number, but colony, I'm told, can be anywhere from 6 to a couple of hundred, as our expert has told me in the past. So we don't know the number. We just know that right now, whether the number be 6 or 200, it's surely a health risk. Whatever the number is, it causes that risk enough that we are making this decision today.
A dead bat was found yesterday morning in the school's cafeteria, a clear sign that bats had not been contained to the school's gymnasium as originally thought. This caused concern for many parents.
If it was only one bat in that cafeteria, it could have landed on anything, and it can cause these children to be deathly ill.
Some parents tell News 10 they had not been notified of these issues until after the press conference that took place today at 12:30. That is when Superintendent Danny Tanous said a phone message would be sent out notifying Sarah Scott Middle School parents that their students will be shifting to Riley Elementary.
So we have around 10 to 12 empty classrooms there. Of course, we have a gymnasium that we can make into makeshift classrooms and the stage.
One question parents kept asking is why was the school not evacuated?
I mean, there's not, during the day, we have not seen a bat during the school day at all, and it's positive at this point about what we've done. There's not been any issues with students at this point, so I think we don't want to ever overreact, and we don't ever want to underreact, but with the advice we've been given, we're giving the correct reaction at this time.
Tanous says having students evacuate from the school today could have left many without a way to get home, a way to get in their homes, on top of dealing with inclement weather.
Now, we do have a few things to note. Superintendent Danny Tanous tells us that they've hired a company that specializes in bat removal. They will be here first thing tomorrow to try and work on this problem. Another thing for students who ride the bus, they will continue to ride the bus that they normally do, but it will go to Riley Elementary. And then for those who walk, they will report to Sarah Scott, get on a bus, and then they will be taken to Riley Elementary, but they'll need to be here at 7:30 in the morning. That's a little bit earlier than normal. Now, for those wondering about lunches, a sack breakfast and lunch will be provided to the students while they are at Riley Elementary. Tanous also lets us know that students, staff, and faculty have not been in contact with any of the bats, and this project could take up till next Friday to complete. Live at Sarah Scott, Lacey Clifton, News 10. Back to you.
Lots of very valuable information. Thank you very much, Lacey. With all of the bat concerns still fresh, we wanted to see just how dangerous those bats found in Sarah Scott actually are to humans. This afternoon, I got a chance to sit down with Dr. Joy O'Keefe at Indiana State University. She's the director of the Center for Bat Research, Outreach, and Conservation. She told us most likely the school is dealing with the big brown bat. You can see a picture there. Its type is very common in the Wabash Valley. Generally, they don't pose much of a health threat to humans. However, like all bats, they can bite and could carry rabies. But O'Keefe stresses that's less than 1% of the population. We asked her why she believed the evacuation was necessary.
Anytime you have bats in an area where there are people who may not be able to adequately report that they've been bitten by a bat, then there's cause for concern. So I think that, the health department's concern is definitely warranted here.
Now, O'Keefe wanted us to note bats are extremely important to us as humans. One reason, they can eat their body weight in insects each night. The big brown bat is not endangered, but it is protected in Indiana.